Hey, what's up, guys? Seth here from lawofattractioncoaching.net, and I'm just hanging out in beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida. Just got done with a 3-day internet marketing and business success and sales training conference, and I was just blown away by the info I got, and I just want to come share a little bit of that with you today. Before I get into that, first off, if you're not going to conferences, if you're not networking, if you're not out there learning actually in the field, not just at home, then I really think you're missing out. There's something to be said about leaving your comfortable environment, getting out there with a bunch of like-minded people, and really learning something new that you didn't already know. Okay, so first and foremost, I really encourage you to get out there and do that. Now, the headliner for the conference, and this thing was called OMG Live, and the headliner was a guy named Jordan Belfort. Now, this is the guy from The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, I'm not talking about the guy who played the Wolf of Wall Street in the movie. That was Leonardo DiCaprio. But I'm talking about the actual Wolf of Wall Street. And so the way he made his money was in selling stocks, right? And he made millions of dollars, lost it, made it again. And, the first second this guy started talking, I realized why he was such a successful salesman. Probably one of the best I've ever seen. I've done a lot of sales training. I've done Grant Cardone's course and a couple other courses. And some of the dots he connected for me was things that I have never heard before, and I was just blown away by them. So, I'm just going to kind of go a brief rundown on a few of the main key points today. If you're really interested in learning how to sell better, you're going to have to go out there and get the course. But I'm just going to hit kind of the key points, the key takeaways that I had, and hopefully inspire you to get better at sales, because I know it's something that a lot of people want to be better at, but it's hard to do. All right, so here we go. His system is called the straight line system. And basically what that means is think of it this way. You have an opening part of the conversation, or the sales process, if you'll call it, and then there's a close. And basically your job as a salesman is to move them smoothly through that sales process, eventually to the close, right? And if the conversation starts getting off track, if things get detoured, and you're not pushing towards that close, it's your job to kind of bring that back together, all right? And so that's why it's called the straight line system. All right. So first and foremost, one of the first things he said out of the gate was, don't sell to people who aren't interested and don't want your product, right? So a lot of us go out there and we want to, hit these new untapped markets. So we kind of push our product onto people that don't really have a use for it, maybe aren't even interested in it, have never had any experience with it. That is not the easiest person to sell. The easiest person to sell is someone who knows about your product. Maybe they use a competitor's. It's something they definitely need. It's something that they're already interested in. Those are how you get those easy sales. Okay, so just want to start off with that. Now, the biggest three things that you're selling through the sales process, which I know a lot of people get wrong, because I know I've got these wrong in the past, is you're selling your product, you're selling yourself, and you're selling your company. If those three things don't line up, you're going to have a really hard time closing that sale. Okay, so that's first and foremost. You're selling your product, yourself, and the company. And to get the sale, to make it one of those effortless sales that just work, you're going to need to have all three of those line up. All right. And next, let's say you go through the whole sales process, which I'm not going to go through here for the sake of time. It would take a long time. If you're really interested, you need to go maybe look some videos up from him on YouTube and get that part. But there is a whole sales process where you're asking him different questions, and you're pacing the conversation and things like that, and you're actively listening. But once you get towards the end, you're going to get to a close, right? Everyone wants to move the conversation towards a close, and because that's where the money's made. You got to actually close them. You can do the whole sales process ahead of that, but if you don't close the deal, it was all a waste of time. Now, first and foremost, the biggest mistake a lot of people make is they don't ask for the close. They don't ask for the sale. So they'll sit there and they'll give all the information. They'll go through the whole process, and they don't say, hey, do you want to sign up? Are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to get started? Okay, so first and foremost, you got to ask for the close. Now, for a lot of people, the close, they'll start making up excuses. So they'll say, maybe I don't have the money. Maybe I got to talk to someone else. It's not the right time of year for my business. So you're going to get what's called an objection, okay? And objections happen to everyone. That's what sales is about, is overcoming those objections. And the biggest thing is to not argue with them, all right? So they have objections for legitimate reasons, whether they don't trust you, maybe they don't trust your product, maybe they don't trust your company, whatever it is. The goal of conquering an objection is a process called looping. And I've never heard of this process before, but when I kind of racked my brain and thought back, a lot of salesmen have used this on me. So it's when you tell someone no, you create an objection, and they hear your objection, and then they kind of loop back and try to deal with it, and then they ask for the sale again. That's called looping. and they rephrase it in a different way. They do different things so it sounds natural. Okay, and that's basically what you need to do whenever you hear an objection, is you need to get into this looping process. Now, I can't explain all the techniques of looping in this short video, but I just wanted that to be something that you should be aware of, and I'm sure you've all had it done to you, and that's the key to actually overcoming these objections and getting the sale anyways. You basically circle back, you don't argue, you don't make them feel horrible about it, but you basically circle back in a friendly way and then ask for the sale again and again. Maybe it's they don't trust you. You go, hey, I understand you don't know me that well. Try us for a month. If you don't like it, go ahead and leave. Or maybe you have a guarantee. Try us for a month. If you don't like it, you can get your money back. Let us prove to you that we're the right company to work with. Things like that. That's looping. Okay, so look that up if you're interested. If you're in sales, definitely look that up. Finally, you need to create a sense of urgency. So a lot of people out there that are in internet marketing, affiliate marketing, they know about sense of urgency. They know that almost every affiliate product push always comes with an incentive to buy now, right? Because everything else can line up, but if you don't have that incentive to buy today, right now for a deal, or maybe that's the only time you can buy the product at all, then that's really the extra push you need to actually get the sale, as opposed to someone instead just being like, I'll think about it maybe next week. Because if you know you can get the same price a week from now, 2 weeks from now, of course you're going to think about it. You're going to do more research. By creating that sense of urgency, that's what's really going to push them over the edge. You get them to pull the trigger right then. So, use looping, create that sense of urgency, ask for the close. All those things. Start integrating those 3 things into your closing process, and I'm sure your results will skyrocket. If you're looking for more sales training, there's a lot of people out there doing sales training, but if you're looking for the best, I don't even have an affiliate product for this guy yet, but Jordan Belfort, look him up, look up his YouTube videos. I highly recommend him. All right. So that's all I got for you today, guys. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to be coming out with more videos all week talking about the different speakers and the different things I learned in this conference. I learned a lot. And once again, I highly recommend that you get out there and you learn, you get around people that are like you, that are ambitious, that are trying to make money, trying to be successful. And some of that will rub off on you, and you're always going to take something away from these conferences. So I highly recommend that you get out there and go to some. Whatever niche you're in, whatever business you're in, find the best ones and get out there and go. It's expensive. It takes a lot of time. Traveling can be hard with the long flights across the country and things like that, but you always take something away. You always grow as a person. All right, guys, if you're interested in more Law of Attraction coaching, sign up on our website, lawofattractioncoaching.net, and we'll send you a 30-day free e-course to get started. What do you have to lose? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.